to like our videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the notifications of our new video. What about your future? What about your future? It's not safe in this industry for girls.
How are you going to manage? And what if you don't make it?
But why only fashion industry and not any other field? Why not 9 to 5 job? 9 to 5 job.
Hi, this is Lorraine Gonzalves. I'm 22 and my life has been pretty much a roller coaster ride, but a really interesting one. I am born and brought up in Vasai, a pretty good life, but most of the women around me and the girls that I knew were either teachers or, like they had office jobs. I don't know if it's a thing or they opt for it. I wanted to do something different, like something that nobody has ever done, like something in a creative field that inspired me to wake up every day and that gave me joy. So, I wanted to do something of my own, and this story is pretty much my journey about how I have reached here today. So, I used to hate wearing dresses as a kid, and my mom used to make me wear these fancy dresses with like lots of bangles and like neck pieces, and I used to always go and like wear pants and sneakers below the dress. It was a fusion look. But yeah, because for my own comfort, maybe I just liked that style before, and I think somewhere down the line my mom has been a major inspiration for me. I learned to dress up because of her. So this is where the fun part begins. In around 4th grade, I started shifting towards fashion like majorly, and I think it is the exposure of Bombay Times and all the fashion shows that I used to watch on television back then. And the 9-year-old in me started making these super amateur dress designs in my school notebooks. And I think, like, if you look back at it right now, they obviously look stupid, but I think those sketches marked the beginning of my journey. So yeah, and I started doing these weird things where I started making dresses out of tissue papers, like literally hand stitched them. It was fun, and not forgetting all the dresses that I made for my Barbie dolls. And also, like, I started doing a lot of DIY things. I started, like, tearing my mom's old dupattas, my granny's old saris, and I started making things out of it because the tailor just wouldn't understand what I'm trying to say. And I made a decision that I'm going to make my own outfits. So that's when I started making my own outfits, and my mom taught me stitching majorly, but I learned bits and pieces through YouTube as well. That helped me a lot. So yeah, and I think around 8th grade I made this decision of getting into the field of fashion designing after my graduation. Okay, so fast forwarding my life, I got into St. Xavier's in 11th. I took up arts and I decided to get into NIFT after my 12th, but my parents denied it because they wanted me to complete my BA, graduation basically, because designing wasn't a common field that anyone went into from my family. And like, I'm glad that St. Xavier's happened because the amount of exposure that I got through that college started to change the ideas about what I wanted from life. And I learned that fashion is much more than just designing. And that's it. In the same year, like in 11th grade in 2014, I started writing these fashion DIY blogs on my blogspot.co account, and slowly blogging as a field started blooming on Instagram. And one day, exactly like 2 days before my psychology board paper, I decided to, shift my website to WordPress and take it on Instagram. And that's it. I did it. I reposted all my blogs from my blogspot.co account to my WordPress website, and I started posting on Instagram. And my Instagram following started growing, and I gained a lot of followers on Instagram. Everyone started telling me like they liked the way I dress, they started liking my outfit pictures. So I started posting more of my daily OOTD inspiration on Instagram, and I started blooming, and blogging was slowly becoming a success for me, and I started getting a lot of brand collaborations. Okay, so none of my family members knew about my fashion blogging thing, and I was growing immensely, and I think it was time I had to tell my family members about it. So it was very difficult to make them understand because fashion blogging was a very new concept back then, and my family almost thought I was into modeling and made me quit blogging. So, because it's not a usual career choice that someone chooses. My mom wanted me to become a Navy officer. She wanted me to take up science and join NDA, but life had different plans for me. I had different plans for me. I wanted to become someone in a creative field, as I mentioned before. So yeah, and I was constantly asked about the future if I joined in the fashion industry. Like, what about my future? How am I going to manage everything? And I started doubting my decisions, and it honestly broke my motivational levels. Family support, as you say, was very difficult in my case to get it in the start because obviously it's a new concept, and taking that concept and turning into a complete career is a very difficult thing to explain it to your parents. But I'm happy and I'm glad that I have the complete support today. I used to take my mom to shoots so that she understands what exactly I do. Today my dad helps me in all of my shoots that I do at home, like be it background or anything, he's there. So I'm really glad that all the support that I've got from my family, my friends, and I got a lot of support from strangers online on Instagram, and all these support systems kept me going, and I'm glad to have all the love and support from everyone that I have today. So my perspective towards fashion started changing as I was working in the fashion blogging industry. Keeping the whole sustainability situation in mind, I started making things from scratch and started my own label in 2016. And I was very much closer to my graduation at that moment, and I had no clue where to go ahead in life. And that's when I decided to take up fashion blogging full time. A difficult thing to make my parents understand, but I got it. And I'm glad I took that decision because I made it to a lot of events, and I made a lot of blogger friends and influencers who mean a lot to me today. And I'm glad I took that decision of full-time fashion blogging because it's been a success for me. And also, through one of my blogger friends, I got this opportunity to intern under a fashion stylist for a music video, and I'm glad I took up that opportunity because I had no clue about how the fashion styling industry worked. Like, I literally had no experience, nothing, but hey, I made it. I learned everything from scratch, and I literally made it. And today I work there as an assistant stylist, and I also take up my independent styling projects, and I also do my fashion blogging side by side. Another task to explain my parents about fashion styling as a career because it's not a 9 to 5 job that you usually do, but they eventually got it, and now I have their full support. And nobody really gets what I do till now, but hey, I'm glad because I know what I'm doing and I find peace in what I do. And the 9-year-old in me is very happy today because I'm glad of all the risks that I've ever taken because they were completely out of the box from where I grew up in. Okay, so I just wanted to say that it is all connected and do not ever get afraid to take risks and step out of your comfort zones because you never know what's waiting for you, because I am 22. I started pretty much since I was a kid and hey, I made it. I mean, I've worked with a lot of brands over the 4 years of my blogging experience. It's been more than a year. I'm working in the fashion styling industry and I am still creating digital content revolving around fashion and beauty for my Instagram and my blog. So life's been pretty amazing for me right now, but I have grown through it. So to everyone who made it till the end, it's never too late nor too early to take risks. You need to start exploring your interest. Your hobbies aren't just hobbies. Start making a career out of it. Trust me, the amount of happiness that you are going to get from what you do is incredible. There will be struggles, you will find them everywhere, but you have to stand right back up because you never know who you inspire on a daily basis. I am so grateful today for where I am. I have no clue where I'm going ahead in life, but I'm just going with the flow and I have no clue where life is going to take me ahead, but I am really grateful for where I am today and what I do. So yeah, I'm really grateful and thankful for everyone who have been supporting me in my journey.